Hoppers is finally out, and with that comes your ending spoilers. What is happening in the final fight? Who is the real villain? How many characters are dying? And what exactly is happening in the post credits? I'll be giving you the full recap from the ending scene, final fight, and the post credits. So, with spoilers warning, I'm your host Aryan with full movie recap of Hoppers. Alright, so the movie begins with Mabel, a teenage girl who grew up with her grandma Tanaka. Her grandma used to believe that Mabel is the only person who can bring some positive change for saving the wildlife. Then we are getting a mayor who is loved by the people. He decides to build a new highway by wiping out a local forest. That forest is same where Mabel used to go as a child, and now she wanna save it at any cost. The movie quickly brings you the part where Mabel finds a way to transport her mind into a robot beaver known as Hopping for the sake of exploring the wildlife. So that's where the main movie is happening, where Mabel decides to explore the forest and the wildlife while being able to communicate with the animals. We see many different characters like King Beaver, Tom the Lizard, and Loaf, but one main villain who is appearing in the movie is your Titus, who is the son of Insect Queen. In the movie, his mom is officially dead by mistake, and that's when he decides to take a revenge on everyone. His main goal is to take control over the entire ecosystem, which I'll be showing you in the final fight as well. Meanwhile, Mabel explores the forest with the King Beaver, and she makes a plan to visit the mayor in an attempt to convince him for changing the plan of destroying the forest. Now, before you ask me, let me tell you that the mayor is not the real villain here. He is using some loud and fake noises of explosion behind the trees for scaring the animals off, so that he'll be able to present it like an abandoned forest and hence passing the bill for making more highways. The plan of Mabel to explain everything to the mayor fails, and at the same time, Titus has made a whole plan by making his own insect army to take a revenge on humans and show a full control over the remaining wildlife. Question is, what is happening at the end? Now that Mabel failed to explain anything to the mayor, Titus takes the charge and decides to kill the mayor. The second half of the film comes with an epic moment where the mayor was about to die. However, Mabel is the one who ends up saving Mayor from the attack of the insects, and that's when your mayor understands the real meaning of the words of Beaver and the environment itself. Soon, he ends up changing the project and cancels the mission of cutting down the forest. However, this was not enough for Titus, and he proceeds to fight everyone. He has taken control over the animal council already, and somehow he finds about the hopping technique. So in easy words, he'll be trying to force the scientists to make a robot with the face of Mayor himself, in which he can hop into for the sake of getting full access on the human tools, technologies for planning a mass attack. So what is happening in the final battle? Now finally, Titus hops into the body of Robot Mayor, and he runs in a weird way because Mabel was chasing him, where luckily she tears off the face of the robot Jerry and hence blocking the attack of Titus on the real world. Mabel confronts him in the core of the insect base, and if you don't know, then it is the same place which is being used to launch an attack on the real world. We see so many traps during the chasing scene as well, and not to mention the number of insect soldiers. Somehow, Mabel manages to make her way into the central control room where Titus appears on a high platform. Mabel tries to convince Titus and to explain why he should not think about killing the humans, but instead they can live together in harmony. But as expected, Titus refuses and activates the attack system. The final battle begins with Mabel dodging the attacks while looking for a way to reach the central control panel. During the final moments, Mabel is cornered as the system begins its countdown to trigger a mass attack, but luckily, Mabel charges right in the direction of Titus and manages to activate the device that allows her to return to her human body. She uses the last bit of control she has to shut down the entire attack system, and while Titus tries to stop her, Mabel manages to turn off the system. King Frog comes at the right time, and he is the one who quickly eats your Prince Titus and hence ending him completely. Yes, he is now dead. However, at the same time, the forest begins to burn down from explosions of the insect base. Millions of lives were in danger, and that's when we see the real power of Bond, where multiple animals comes all together to stop the fire. We see the birds trying to bring water, Mabel working with everyone else to find a way to stop this wildfire. Now, consequences were really high because not just the forest, but the nearby buildings, cities, and houses of humans were also at high risk. Overall, the whole sequence is really lovely because we can spot so many cute animals working together and showing you how a United Kingdom can always save countless lives. As if the fate listened to them, the rain begins to fall at the right time and hence saving everyone. So yes, the forest is safe and so the animal kingdom with Mabel and everyone else. We see her standing where the animals are having a deep respect for the teenage girl who not only just stopped the mayor but also killed an evil insect prince who was going to kill humans and rule over the animal kingdom itself. That's how your Hoppers is ending, but there is more. What is happening in the mid-credits? Now that Mabel has saved the forest and so the animal kingdom while securing a good friendship with Mayor himself, the movie ends on a really happy note. Many of you might leave your theaters, but no, you should not because Pixar is bringing you not one but two post-credit scenes. The very first one is the mid-credits where we can spot your Loaf, Alan and Tom who are enjoying together in the woods while taking turns wearing the mask of the robot Jerry which Mabel teared off during the battle against Titus. A bird comes out of nowhere and grabs the mask and flies away and hence interrupting their playful moment. So what is happening in the post-credits? Now the final part of the post-credit scene is revealing the exact same man your Mabel was helping. He was in his house where he heard a knock on his door. Upon opening it, the man received the same page he used for making a shopping list earlier in the movie before he met Mabel. The page clearly shows that all of his requested items have already been checked off and completed. While he was checking the page, he spots the name of Mabel with a small smiley face written on it. When he looks down towards the ground, he sees several ants carrying the listed items across the ground. The ants move the grocery towards the doorway and hence finishing the items from the shopping list which was promised by Mabel. The screen goes black and yes, that's how your Hoppers really ends. No hints for the future film, no words either, but seeing the reviews of the movie, I feel like Pixar is about to grab a good revenue at the box office from its original movie, which for us as an audience is a good news. As of now, the movie is having some A-level reviews and just in case if you don't know, then Hoppers is aiming to be the first film ever since the release of Coco to grab the highest box office opening weekend for an original and highest rated Disney Pixar movie. Anyways, long story short, this was the full recap of Pixar Hoppers including the ending, the final fight, full storyline and so the mid and post credits. You tell me which character from Hoppers would you like to grab as your pet and hit the like button. Do subscribe if you love Disney Pixar content. I'm your host Aryan, thanks for watching, stay safe, peace out.